Cranial nerves, they're literally how we experience the world. They're so powerful in our expression to communicate and to sense what's going on around us. Yet, for the most part, in the broad scope of medicine, they're ignored. And if they are checked, it's just to diagnose if there's damage to one, and then it's kind of like good luck. Well, there's so many things that can be done to help these cranial nerves, and they're so powerful when they get turned on and they are working right. And it helps us better experience the world, and it helps us better communicate. I'm thinking of that particularly because yesterday in a first visit for a patient, we did a QNRT session, quantum neuro reset therapy session, and this person could smile real good on one side, and then the other side was just drawn and they couldn't smile at all. And as soon as we reset them, bingo, they could smile on both sides equally. And that wasn't even our objective, but we activate cranial nerves in the process. So this person is going to have a better smile, and they were literally screaming excitement in the bathroom once they looked in the mirror afterwards. And again, it wasn't even our objective. We didn't know that that would happen because the person had had a facial surgery which damaged some nerves in the area a number of years prior. They also used a deep brain stimulator to counteract some of the nerve damage that they'd had previously, and we had that turned off while we reset them. But let's talk about cranial nerves. Our sense of smell is cranial nerve number 1. Cranial nerve number 2 is our vision, processing of our vision. 3, 4, and 6 are eye movements, watching our eyes moving up and down, left and right, into the diagonals is cranial nerves 3, 4, and 6. Cranial nerve 5, the trigeminal nerve, controls muscles of mastication, of chewing. That's why we check the motor division like this, and then we'll see if a strong arm weakens, and that means that nerve is inhibited or not working right. We check the sensory like this, and then see if that nerve is inhibited. That's cranial nerve 5. That relates to a condition called trigeminal neuralgia, which was what the lady had been dealing with that I mentioned previously. Cranial nerve 7 is facial muscles, and that's what really turned on when we activated cranial nerve 5 for her. They have some interconnections, and cranial nerve 7 turned on and she could smile better. Cranial nerve 8 is the sense of hearing and our sense of balance. Cranial nerve 9 and 10 relate to our throat, to swallowing and vocalization. Cranial nerve 11 controls our trapezius muscles and relates to shrugging our shoulders. And cranial nerve 12 is our tongue. Sticking the tongue out, left or right, we'll check it each direction and see if it inhibits or weakens. And these motions can be checked and strengthened if they're weak. And two of the ways that we strengthen them, one is red light therapy, which uses red light on the base of the brain where the nerves come off of to give the nerves more energy to reboot and reconnect. And then the second is adjustments with our arthrostim, which is no twisting or no popping, just gentle tapping. We can find the areas along the spine where the neurological energy is lost, tap those with the instrument, and help the nervous system reboot. So it's all about neurological recognition, the brain recognizing that these nerves are off. That's why we have to specifically test them and then activate them with another stimulus like red light therapy or the adjusting instrument, or both. And then also in our QNRT, quantum neuro reset therapy, as we activate the brain to release trauma, we will activate cranial nerves. And we just go to some reflex points along the face and test which ones we want to activate. And we bring those into the reset. So a person might be pushing their tongue to the side and shrugging the shoulder at the same time while we activate the brain lobe with lighter sound or movement. And this is a really, really powerful way to help you be healthier, is to have your cranial nerves evaluated and any corrective actions taken. And it's one of those things you can never promise that all these nerves will turn on, but most of the time they do. And big changes happen for people's health. And it's some of the most exciting things we see, just like we mentioned yesterday, the lady that was screaming excitement in the bathroom because she looked in the mirror and could smile better. So if you want to have a better quality of life, make sure you get these cranial nerves checked, evaluated, and upregulated, because they can have system-wide effects throughout your body into other parts of the nervous system. So they're a very powerful tool. They're not recognized much except in techniques like we use, like quantum neurology and quantum neuro reset therapy. So if you're interested in more help in this area, give our office a call, 270-554-2141. Send us an email at info@winterswellness.com. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to us here on YouTube.